Okay, what up, y'all? Now, some of y'all may have seen the first mission video, right? The one where I made for Adapt. Now, you see, this is mission number 2, yes. Now, you see, I wasn't gonna make this video right away, because my brother wanted to help me with this video. But something's telling me I gotta make it because I woke up out my sleep, checked my notifications, seen somebody comment on that video saying, why is it recommended to them? Well, dumbass, we're on YouTube, first of all. You probably watch gaming videos. You probably watch face videos. Probably watch conspiracy videos. I don't fucking know. Why was it recommended to you, dumbass? Maybe God wanted you to see it. I don't fucking know. But anyways, before I start getting irritated even more, I decided I needed to make this video. Now, this is mission number 2. You see, what is mission number 2? Coochie, what do you mean? You know, the first one was about CIA experiments. What could mission number 2 be? You know what I mean? What could this be about? I'll tell you. Yes, sirski. A time machine. Yup. Now, you see, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm a scientist and I know shit, right? Now, if me and FaZe Adapt collabed on this video, I'm sure that me and him could discover time travel. Now, you see, they thought Adapt was wrong about the birds. Boy, was he right. You know, people think might think Adapt CTE head trauma affects them, but no, that man is smart. Don't let that shit fool you. Adapt is smart as hell, boy. Adapt might be one of the smartest niggas on the internet. Now you see, no glaze. Okay, the goal is to essentially try to get scientists in the right direction for time travel. But if me and Adapt discover it and create it ourselves, then that's even better, you know what I mean? But the goal is to try to push the scientists in the right direction for time travel. Now you see, the thing is, scientists, they're very smart. And sometimes when you have too much scientists together, it's not a good thing. Why? Because everybody thinks they're the smartest, or everybody thinks they know this or that. That's why you need some 2 dumb niggas in this shit, right? Me and Ada. Okay. Me and Ada, okay? So we look at this paper. We're gonna look at this paper. Now you see a clock, you see a Tesla coil, you see a light bulb, you see a power cord, you see an outside control panel, and you see a phone, okay? You see a mirror, you see the light bulb, you see the Tesla coil, you see the camera. That looks like my camera I got right now that I'm using. Well, essentially, I feel if you put all this stuff together, you will get a time machine, right? Well, what's the phone for? You might be wondering. Well, you might be wondering what the camera and the phone is for. Well, the camera is to record, right? Think about it. When you record a video or take a picture, you're capturing a moment of time, a memory of time that you can go back and look at, right? And watch. Example, phone, you know? You can play the video on your phone, right? Well, now you might be wondering what the mirror is for. Well, you see, in this picture I'm looking at, I'll throw it up on the screen. It shows a mirror in down position with a diaphragm, a path of light, a pentaprism, a viewfinder, film, and a shutter. Now what does that mean? Fuck if I know. But I looked up, how are pictures made? Pictures, whether digital or film-based, are made by capturing light. So how do we do that? Well, now you're capturing light and you're like, okay, if we can capture light like we do with the camera or our phones or whatever to get a picture or a video, I feel like we will be able to make a time machine. Yes. Now you see, you can watch something, you can record something in the present and watch it in the future. And when you watch it in the future, you're watching the past in the present. Does that make any sense? Does that make any sense? This video I'm recording right now, I'm recording it in my present, but in the future, you will be watching it, right? And in the future, my present will be my past, but this will be your future. Does that make any sense? I think that makes sense. If it don't, fuck it. We ball anyways, okay? So therefore, if you take a camera, right, and you take a camera with the Tesla coil and the light bulb. Now the Tesla coil and the light bulb, that speaks for itself. Energy, power, light. You capture the light bulb in the machine, the time machine, right? That's the clock for the time. If you capture the light with the power and you use a mirror, you might get a time machine and you add the clock on it, you might get a time machine. And you know what's crazy? You know what this reminds me of? You know what my drawing reminds me of? Is a coincidence? Maybe. Maybe it's not a coincidence. Maybe that was God telling me, to draw it like that without me even know to draw like that. But a couple days ago, I remembered. You know who else made a time machine, Booth? Stewie Griffin. And it actually looked something similar to like this, if I remember correctly. It wasn't like exactly like this, like 100%. But I'm pretty sure he made a time booth and he went in it. So yes. Oh, and then here's our picture, collab with Phase Adapt. Shout out to the flock. Shout out to the Flocksky. Niggas not gonna like that one. Niggas not gonna like that one. Why? Because that's gonna make a couple niggas mad out there. Oh, you're not good enough to do that. You're not good enough. Shut the fuck up, pussy. You don't know shit about me. I'm the motherfucking greatest to ever live. Right after Jesus, my boy. And these are, you're probably wondering what are these other ones. These are all my goals. Become an author. Make comic books. Be the greatest ever. I'm in process of that. Become an actor. Yeah, I'm kind of in the process of that, you know. I do my little voice acting for my videos. Collab with Phase Adapt. You know, these are the greatest. I'm gonna be the greatest. And then the one above is God is above all. Amen. So yes, Adam, listen here. I need your help with this. Now you see, I made this post on Twitter, maybe back in April. Then literally a couple weeks later, I seen you, Silky, and I think Lacey. It was you, Silky, and somebody else went to Best Buy, and there were these speakers, and you were talking about Time Machine.
So look, hear me out, right? If you pair, like two of the same speaker, right, and you put two more on the other side, you could probably travel through time. Wait, because of the sound, like no. Think about it though. Can you do that? No. Think about it though. Because what is faster than sound, right? Light, right?
And instantly clicked in my head. I gotta make a video with Adapt. Now I'm not saying you took my idea. I'm not saying none of that. I'm saying God was telling me to make this video because shortly after I made a post on Twitter about figuring out, I think I made a time machine, or I figured out, I think I know how to make a time machine or time travel, right? I literally see that video like maybe a week later, 2 weeks later, you know what I mean? And sure enough, here I am trying to make this video with you.